Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Figured I'd come out and do a little bit of a walk. I just stood up by my spot there underneath the tree. And I don't know if you can see that behind me, but that's all coming in. It looks like we got a bit of a heavy storm coming in, so I figured I might as well start bloody walking back a little bit. Something came to mind and I thought, you know what? It always helps when I put the message out there, because if it's getting to somebody and helping somebody, then hey, it makes it all worth it. Even if there's one person that gets something out of what I put out there, I can actually feel drips of rain. That what I put out there, then great, yeah. And it actually helps me too, because communicating with you guys. But have you ever thought about, you know, when you're going to those situations that you want to do, maybe a goal or something like that, and then you're wondering why you're fearing it so much, or what you're afraid of. And that comes from somewhere, guys, right? You know, have you ever been told that, hey, you're not good enough when you keep trying and you're trying your best, and someone's saying you're not good enough, why don't you do better? You know, or no, don't do that because that's not the right way to go, or right? And then you start getting fears over the things that you really want to do. If you've been told that as a kid, then that's a program. You're going to carry that program with you. So there you are as a kid thinking you're not good enough, so you try a bit harder, and then you know, maybe you're trying to pull your grades up to a certain point, and that's not good enough. The grade ain't enough. Or maybe you're doing something, and you've made something, whatever that may be, when you're little, and you go up and they kind of ignore it, or they say, "What's that?" Right? And then you're going to start getting that program, guys. You're going to start picking that up. And then as you get into being an adult, you think you're not good enough. And you think you're not capable of doing certain things. And it's all because of a program. It's all because of a belief system that you've picked up. Because people that, you know, you may have put on a pedestal, like parents, for one, you know, they're telling you, yeah, you can do better than that. And without even seeing the positives. So if your positives wasn't praised, and all it was what you picked up was negative, you're going to forget all the positive. You're going to forget the fact that you actually got a decent grade because it wasn't good enough. So now you reject that grade, even though it was a good grade. You reject it because someone told you, no, you do better than that. That's not good enough. So now when you're going into those, like I say, you're going into those situations, those things that you may even want to do, you may want to do with a passion, and then all of a sudden that rings in your head and you might not even be aware of it. It's your subconscious mind. Remember, 90 to 95% of your battles is with a subconscious mind, because that's 95% of the problem. 95% of your thinking is subconscious, and that's what you're battling. That's where all the programs are, that's where all the belief systems are, that's where all the negative teachings are. I mean, yes, there's positives there, but the brain only knows one way, is you know, if you've been giving that negatives for years and years and years, then that's how it's going to think. Where you put your mind is where your energy will go. So where do you want your energy to go, right? Pull out the positives. Know that you're good enough. Know that that was people with their own issues that were telling you, hey, you're not good enough, or, you know, get a better grade, or yeah, that's no good what you built, or whatever the situations. Yeah, they had their issues. That's why they were putting that on you. Maybe they're scared that they don't want you to be like them. It could be that, and they don't know the damage that they're actually doing by saying that. They're trying to shock you into doing better, but it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's giving you now a program to where now you feel that you're not good enough to do certain things. But how do you know? How do you know? Have you tried? You got to start looking at the beliefs you have and start discounting them. See what the realities are. Is there a reality to it? Right? 9 times out of 10 there isn't. Because you might not even tried the thing, but you've got this thing in your head that you're not good enough. So why would I try? Because I don't want to try and then not get to a certain standard that I think other people want me to be at. And so you don't try at all. You don't go for it because you're worried about what you believe people are saying about you or judging you or in some kind of way, when really it's the program. And you think you're not good enough, but you are. You're good enough to do anything you want. I tell my girls, if someone's doing it, you can do it. You know, if you're watching something on TV and there's some kind of something going on TV and you're thinking, wow, how are they doing that? They weren't born doing that. They figured it out. Yeah? And you work towards it. It's like when I was a chef, the one thing I wanted to do that I'd see on the TV all the time is to see these guys chopping up things like really fast. And I was determined as hell. I can do it. I can do it like talking to someone as well now, because I know where my fingers are. Don't get me wrong. You know how I got there? Cut a lot of fingers. Oh yeah. I had a good few accidents, but you know what? I pushed myself to keep going, keep doing it. And then over time, start to reprogram, or program I should say, not reprogram, because it was something completely new to me. But you program your mind. Your mind starts knowing where your fingers are. They know where the knife is. They know how sharp that knife is. They know the technique. It's just automatic. It's like driving a car. You know, I started driving in a stick shift car. That was scary as hell. Because I had so many different things to think about all at the same time. The clutch, the stick shift, bringing the clutch to bite in, making sure there's enough gas so you don't stall it, and the brake, and you know, you let off the brake and now you know the car's rolling and being in control of all that. Yeah, it was scary as hell, but I wanted it. Now I can just get in a stick shift and drive. Don't even think about it. You know why? Because you programmed your mind. You programmed your subconscious mind to automatically do that. Yeah. And you know when you make a mistake, because you're like, it's an interruption to the program. The brain goes, hang on a minute, that weren't right, right? But don't let other people say you can't. Or don't let the programs or the belief systems, both, interrupt your progress. Be determined. Go and get help. Talk to somebody that can look into that background and start putting some things together for you, and then you're able to see. You're able to see where things are coming from. Then you know it ain't you today. It's programs that came from somewhere. That's going to allow you to move forward with help. So don't just sit there and not do something. Go for it. Why not? How are you going to know? Are you going to listen to the programs and those people in the past telling you you don't know what you're doing, or you can't, or it's not good enough, or whatever the case may be? Or are you going to go and try and find out yourself by stepping into that unknown and proving that all wrong? Only one way to do it if you want to get forward. Step into the unknown. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.